LoreWarrior Armour. The Ajax Assault Tank. Overview. Following the success of a string of new vehicle designs, especially their Challenger 10, General Motors looked for a way to create a follow-on, a product that would continue to profit on the sudden interest in conventional military vehicles within the AFFC. With the incredible success of Starcorps' Montoy full attack tank, development of an Omni vehicle was the obvious answer. Capabilities. From the moment of its conception, the Ajax was designed to be the ultimate combat vehicle. Though not fast, it mounts an incredible amount of armour and, thanks to its XL fusion engine, can devote more than 40 tons of mass to weapons and equipment. On top of that achievement, GM's design has also incorporated full support for a C3 battlefield network system into the vehicle. The primary configuration mates a Gauss rifle with a Class 10 ultra autocannon, backed by a pair of medium pulse lasers and a Streak SRM-4. Less common, but far more popular with its crews, is the Alpha configuration, which mounts triple Midron Tornado rotary Class 5 autocannons and more than enough ammunition to last for a typical engagement. The Ajax B is a command vehicle, designed around the C3 command computer. It mounts 3 LRM-15s, each with an integrated Artemis fire control system, which allows a commander to control the battlefield from a safe distance. Its only defensive equipment, though, is an ECM suite. Deployment. The very first models off the production lines on Cathal went to the 5th Division Guards and the 6th Certis Fusiliers RCTs, units that put them to good use in their fight against the 8th Fedcom RCT and the 8th Donegal Guards on New Certis, though the 5th Davian Guards was officially deactivated following their victory. Lieutenant General Seth Varney led a hodgepodge of armoured forces, including a significant number of Ajaxes, to New Avalon, where again their firepower was evident today. Ajaxes are found in almost every surviving armoured unit that fought with the RCT in the war. Don't mention the war. I think I got away with it. Mass, 90 tons. Movement, tracked. Power plant, GM270 extra light. Its cruise is 32, and its flank speed is 54 kph. Its armour is the tried and true Arc Shield Maxi 2. Armament is 42 tons of pod space, maximum 35 ton in the turret. Its manufacturer is General Motors, GM, or Blackwell Industries, depending on where it's built. Cathal for GM, Salem, New Valencia for Blackwell. Its communication system is the Neil 6000 with C3 master module, and its targeting and tracking system is the Sync Tracker 39-42071. Stat-wise, this turns into a vehicle that can move 3 and flank 5 with 10 heat sinks, all that's needed, baby. Has 76 armour on the front, 60 on the sides, 40 on the rear, and 68 on the turret. It's metal, with metal and more metal, and then guns on it. It has fixed equipment of case on all models, but outside of that, the primary configuration is a Ultra 10 in the turret with 30 rounds of fire, and a Gauss rifle in the turret with 16 rounds of fire. The ammunition is located in the body. The 2 medium pulse lasers are also located in the turret alongside the Streak 4. It has 25 shots for the Streak 4 and a C3 slave system in the body. The Alpha configuration changes all this for the triple rack 5 setup with 180 rounds of ammunition located in the body. Yes, plenty of ammo there. It has an ER small laser in the turret to protect it, I guess, from that mad bastard infantryman who runs up to it with a knife. And it has a Guardian ECM suite and a C3 slave system in the body. And finally, alternate configuration B has a PPC, which I don't think the write-up mentioned. Mounts 3... No, it doesn't. No. Okay, so apparently it has a PPC in the turret with the 3 LRM-15s, all with fire control, and 48 shots of ammunition located in the body, along with C3. That changes things a little bit. Because it says its only defensive equipment is an ECM suite. No, it's got a PPC. It says right there. Alternate configuration B, PPC. Okay, so I guess maybe the writing came at one thing and then they went, we've got some free tonnage. I fucking put PPC in there. It's the body of the vehicle looks fine. The turret looks very busy. Like, there are so many barrels upon barrels. Like, it looks a bit crazy with the Streak 4 just kind of poking out at the front left of it. Yeah, it's an odd one. It's also strange because the turret clearly seems to be pointing at an angle, but the Streak launcher is pointing forward. If that's turret mounted, that should also be pointing in the same direction as the gun, which the turret is clearly turned to the side. Unless there's a pivot joint inside the barrels, maybe inside the turret, so they can pivot slightly. But I don't think they went quite that far. Yeah, it's basically it's General Motors making a 90-ton death machine to compete with anything that Defiance Industries pumps out. That those two regularly go head to head with trying to make bigger and badder murder monsters. I think this one is quite a success story, to be honest. It's got frightening amount of firepower regardless of what version you come up against. I mean, outside the fact that it's just a standard Gauss rifle and they didn't stick the heavy Gauss rifle in there. But a Gauss and an Ultra 10, yeah, that's pretty fucking deadly. Pulse lasers, nice, easier to hit rolls, and the Streak 4 is just, it's rarely seen at this point. I don't think many vehicles are bringing Streak systems anyway, and Streak 4 is pretty nice. The triple rack 5 just turns that thing into arguably say a better fire support platform than the LRM-15 equipped model, because that can at least move in and do some damage, whereas the LRM-15s, obviously, you have to keep range, and it's got less ammo. 48 shots spread between 3 launchers. It doesn't last very long in protracted engagements, and presumably that's what this thing would be set up for. Yeah, it's fucking brutal. It's nasty. Maybe not the best looking of the vehicles. I don't know. It's there, but a lot of the time, when you bring these things on, you're not bringing them on because they look pretty. It's not like a Glory heavy fire support. That thing's got looks. You can see why that one was picked as like, yeah, we're going to use that as the kind of poster boy vehicle. This thing would not fit that, but this thing doesn't care because it would eat the Glory fire support vehicle and shit it out. So yeah, that's the difference there. But yeah, I mean, good background. It's short and simple right up. Unfortunately, a lot of them, when they're the Omni vehicle ones, they have to dedicate some page space to obviously all of the much smaller font that they have for the Omni vehicle setup, because you've got to have obviously all the configuration stuff in there as well. So yeah, that's the Ajax. It's a evil bastard. So going on to clan vehicles next. That was all the Inner Sphere ones. So when I said it was the end of the tanks, I was telling a lie. I'm sorry, I forgot about the clan vehicles. But if you did like the weird and wacky world of the clan vehicles from TRO 3060, trust me, they're coming back. They're in 3067 as well. More of Matt Plog's brilliant little artwork of the different clan vehicles. So yeah, if you're a fan of them, you're gonna love them. If you weren't, then you're just gonna be scratching your head going like, why does it look like a tractor or something like that? Because there were some weird ones. But yeah, until then, have a good one, everyone. Thanks for joining. As always, have a good week, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye bye.